Hi everybody, this is Jen from Cookies, Cupcakes, and Cardio.com. Today we're going to be making Spider-Man cake pops. We get lots of requests for comic book type things on the channel, so I thought with the new Spider-Man movie coming out that this would be the perfect time to put these together for you. So let's get working on them. We're going to be using chocolate cake. Crumbs, you can use any flavor of cake, and the crumb part just comes from crumbling up either cupcakes or cake scraps that you have left over. We're going to be using red melting wafers. They're chocolate melting wafers, and I use the variety called Merkins that I get at Bulk Barn. I'm also going to be using white buttercream. You can use any color, any flavor that you want. Probably want one that complements your the kind of crumb that you're choosing to use. Going to be using cake pop sticks, also known as lollipop sticks, black fondant, white gum paste. You could also use white fondant if you choose. I just like white gum paste because it hardens a little bit quicker. That's all you're going to need. Let's get started. We're going to start with making our cake pops, and to do that we take about a couple tablespoons of our buttercream, and we're just going to put it into our cake crumbs, and then we're going to mix this together until it comes to a Play-Doh like consistency. So if you find that the cake balls that result from this are a little bit too dry, you just want to put a little bit more buttercream in. So I'm just going to mix this all together, and I'll be back to show you the proper consistency. So I have my buttercream and my cake mixed in together here, and I've got a lovely consistency. It's perfect for working with, it's easy, and it's nice and pliable. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking a cookie scoop, and it's about 2 or 3 tablespoons worth of the cake crumbs here. And I'm just making it relatively level, pop it out, and then I'm rolling it in between my hands, quite simply. And then in order to get the tapered bit, which is what I want Spider-Man's head to be shaped like, I'm just gently rolling with 2 fingers on the bottom there, just on the end part, and that's going to taper off to where his neck is going to be, or would be if we were building the whole Spider-Man. So just like that, pop it onto a baking tray with a piece of parchment, and I'm going to make some more and melt my red chocolate, and then I'll be back. Once you have your cake pops ready to go, you're going to take your cake pop stick, dip it into your melted chocolate, give it a little tap so there's not too much extra. Then holding on to your cake pop, you're just going to insert the stick just like that. After I have all of the sticks inserted, I'm going to pop them into the freezer for about 10 minutes. That sets the chocolate, and it kind of sets the cake pop part as well, so that when you go back to dip it into the red chocolate, it doesn't fall apart inside your chocolate. So after that, I'll be right back. So once I've pulled my cake pops out of the freezer, I'm going to dip them directly into my red chocolate, and I'm going to pull them out, give them a little tap, and just let the excess chocolate just drip off naturally. And then I'll put them here in my cake pop stand there to let them harden completely. So I have my black fondant rolled out fairly thin here on my workspace, and I'm just going to take a roller. This is just a pastry cutter, and I'm just going to cut a couple of fairly thin slices of this fondant. And then what I'm going to start with is I'm just going to put a stripe of water just here approximately where I want the first initial stripe for Spider-Man's the face part to go here. So just like that. And then I'm going to place my black fondant strip over the top of that wet spot and then work it down to that side. You don't need to worry about finishing the back unless you're going to be showing off the back as well. I'm just going to show you how to do the front here, and then if you are doing the back, you could repeat what you see on the front in the back as well. So we're just going to leave that part like that, and then I'm going to cut the next strips. So I've done my vertical stripe, and now I'm going to do the horizontal one. So I'm just going to cut a thin piece again, and then just like that. Whoops, send it flying. And then take this part again, and then using your water, and just what the water does is it's just like a little adhesive in order to help your fondant stick to your cake pop. So I'm going sideways here, horizontal across there, and then I can just gently press that down like that. And then I'm going to repeat that same thing going this way on this side. So next I'm going to be doing the diagonals in between the previous two lines that we've done. I'm just going to slice my thin line again. And then I've got a little bit of water in there like that. And then I'm just going to place this in between those two and then just wrap it around the back. And I'm going to repeat that for all of these other 3 quadrants as well. So for the rest of the design here, what we're going to do is we're just going to make the webbed look. So I'm just putting a little bit of water again there, and then I'm just going to slightly bend these and then put them in between the 2 lines like that. And just press the edges towards the other lines there. And then I'm going to just like put another one here where it meets it there. And do that again. Just putting them in between. It's a little bit finicky. Works if you have small hands. And just like that. And so then I'm going to go up a couple more times, and I'll just show another one here. Just a little bit higher up onto the top of the head here. And then just bend it round again. So this is a little bit time consuming. So each time I'm just going to cut a whole bunch of these little ones and then shape them. And I'm going to go all the way around the mask here, and then I'll be back to show you the next step. So our last step is to add the eyes, and what I've got is just a little half moon shape here, and I just wanted to show you the cutter set that I have. It's 12 cutters from Ateco, and it just has little teeny tiny mini cutters, and I just picked that up at a cake store. So if you can find one, they're kind of handy to have. So you don't have to have one. You could use a circle cutter, and you could just cut a little bit of a divot out. But I've got this one, so I'm going to make use of it. So I'm just going to cut 2 of these out, like this. And then with a little bit of water, I'm just going to put it on the back of the eye. And then I'm just going to attach the eye onto the front like that. And repeat that. And that's it. So I'm going to do a couple more, and I'll come back and finish the video. So there you go, everybody, how to make Spider-Man cake pops. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. Remember to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed what you saw. Make sure you take the time to check us out on the other social media sites we can be found on, and those are all listed in the description box below. So thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you again next time.